love language. You've got to know your love language, not just for somebody romantically. Because when we ask for help, if I don't know my love language, how can I ask you for help? I don't need you bringing me dinner. No offense. Gifts don't work for me. You want to do something for me? Come fold some of these clothes. I'm all about acts of services. I know my love language. I am acts of services. So you telling me, hey, I sent you an e-card so y'all can get dinner. That is great. I appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you thank you. But I could use some help folding these clothes. I'm just saying. If you want to come and do my daughter's hair because she has locks and I don't feel like spending these 3-4 hours, do me a favor, come do her hair. But know what works for you. So you need to know your love language. You can Google and do a free test if you're not sure. But you need to be able to know when you're asking for help what really is help for you. Because what they think is help for you may not be help for you. Now, if you want to pay somebody to come clean my house, that works for me. That works for me. So also, when people ask you what you want for a gift, sometimes think about things they may not be thinking about. Hey, how much you're willing to spend? Because if you're willing to spend this amount, can you send somebody to my house for an hour to clean? That'll make things great. So you got to know what your love language is. Now, I've talked about embracing this joy, and it's a muscle, and making everything work. 2022, I told our story, good, bad, and ugly. There were things in the book that my sisters didn't even know about. I was at a conference once. They had called the police on my daughter at school, but I was at a conference away. My husband dealt with it. And I had a friend with me, and all she did was like, let's just sit down. And she prayed with me. You need to know and have people around you that know what you need when you need it. And that was all I needed. I knew everything was going to be okay. And it was. I didn't like the situation. Was I mad? Was I sad? Yes. But I still had joy. Because that was just behind us. I know he like, hey, she going to. So I wrote the book. It's a crusade for Kindle, A Black Family's Journey with Autism. It's available on Amazon, but it's available on my site with autographs as well. I actually brought a couple copies with me as well. Because I'm all about the mental and how it goes. I realize that sometimes we only get 5 minutes. But with those 5 minutes, sometimes we'll sit and think about all the things we don't want to do. So I actually made a mental health activity book for adults. And one of the things in the book is everything I don't want to do. We always have a to-do list. It's a to-don't list. Because there's a lot of stuff I don't want to do, and sometimes I just need to write it down just to make me feel better. And because I'm an educator at heart, I'm always looking for ways. I made a workbook as well called Building Bridges. Because I feel like sometimes when we need information, I read a whole lot of chapter books on this journey. I don't need you doing that. Yeah. I don't read research papers. I don't need you doing that if you don't have to. I made a book with 100 pages with about 50 concepts in it. And it's a workbook. So you can learn and work. Junk behavior will send you ready to lose it with your kids. When they roll their eyes, woo. When you get to the age, you have to start saying, is this the autism or is this the teen? But I got to walk away. So make sure you hit the QR code in the back. I think it may still be back there. If it's not, I'll find out where it is with the QR code. I have a copy of, it's about 30 copies of a Joy Plan. And the battery statement that I made, I have copies here. They're basically copied as 2. And I have a couple of samples if you want to flip through these books.